Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
とうとう俺たちのサークル活動が始まった。歌先輩もどうぞ。歌先輩？
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a very beautiful figure and one I've been waiting for a little while. It is Utaha from Saekeno, or How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. This is by Max Factory. It is a 1/7 scale and you can find on AmiAmi for about 16,800 yen or 130 USD. Now this figure is amazing because I've been waiting for this figure because of just the pose alone, because it's not a regular standing or kind of normal sitting figure. It's more of a floating figure, which I do love about that. It's a lot more dynamic and it just fits the character a lot. Along with it, you get several little pieces that go along with her character, being the Pocky, the manga, and the computer that she used as a writer, along with her phone that's attached to the computer as well. Again, Utaha is probably my best girl from Saekeno, but if you're not just interested in Utaha and you want to collect all the girls, there are two complementary figures alongside with her. I personally will be picking those up, but just in case you're interested. Now for me, there are several Utaha figures that I've been very tempted to buy, including the bunny figure, the kimono version, the bikini one, and most recently there has been an announcement for a summer dress version, which I am not gonna lie, I may pick that one up. Despite my rule of, with some exceptions, that I only pick up one version of each character. However, I may actually just go ahead and pre-order that when it comes out late 2022. Now, just to rate this figure, the paint job is amazing on there. Is very good shading from the hair to the actual dress and everything that she wears. So I do really love the shading on it. The stockings, even though like most people probably prefer actual stockings on the character, I think for the shading and how they painted this one, I think it works very well. And also it doesn't give the indication like, oh, if you put real stockings on there, like some bunny figures or such, this won't rip or anything. So I think this is beautifully done. For the pose, this is fantastic. I love the pose. Like I said, I love how it just looks like she's floating there, along with her hair just kind of being in this lifted spot where it's like she is floating down. This is beautiful because it's not like other figures. Now the base, however, this is where it could be kind of a downgrade. It's pretty big base. For this type of figure, I don't think they needed something this big. It could have been a lot smaller. It could have been something a lot more elegant, but it does the purpose. However, it does take a lot of room up from wherever you place it in your detop or display cabinet or however you display your figures. So be aware that the base is quite big for the figure itself. Now, one thing I will say, the face is perfect. I love the small blush that they have on it. I love her, just how her face looks, because it looks exactly like the character. And it gives this form of regal elegance and everything that just speaks Utaha for me. So this is a perfect sculpt and facial sculpt for this character. So I have no complaints so far, 10 out of 10. And I have no real complaints with this figure as far as sculpt, paintwork, or anything like that. Now, with the accessories, I did run into a slight problem. With the pocket itself, the peg that fits into her hair slot was actually a little bit too big, and I actually had to file it down to actually make it fit. So while this isn't a big issue, again, when I first got it, I couldn't figure out if something was wrong with the peg itself or the slot, and I almost tried to force it into it, which could be a problem because you could either break the accessory, which being the pocket in this case, or you could break the hair where the slot is. Good thing is I didn't break anything. I did just file the peg down to actually make sure it can fit in there. Now I advise, if you do have this issue with this figure or another figure, make sure you take it bit by bit, file it a little bit, try to put it in, and if it doesn't fit, continue to file. Because one thing you don't want to do is over file it down. Next thing you know, the peg is now falling off constantly. If that does happen, you can take something like blue tap or I believe gunpla and actually put it around it and actually make it stick. Personally, if you really don't care about it, you can also super glue it in there. I don't recommend it because when you have to pack it up, move it, or set it, it makes it to where now that piece can probably break off and now you can't get it back in. So just my advice if you have problems with that peg or this figure or any other figure for that matter. Other than that, besides the base and that small little issue with the peg, this figure is amazing and it's beautiful, and it's definitely the Utaha figure that I truly wanted and why I haven't gotten any others at this moment. Because I love the character so much, I may end up picking more figures of her up. But this is my top figure for her. Well, with that being said, let's see some B-roll. Alright everyone, I know this was a very short video. I want to just put this out there as kind of a video to tide everything over until I get my April order in, which I will be doing a April unboxing. So I hope you tune in for that. But I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.